Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Talking Coffee. This episode I had the privilege of speaking with Brent Hinds from Mastodon. We talked about so many things. I just let Brent talk about whatever he wanted. I just stood back and listened and enjoyed the conversation. So I hope you enjoy it too. This is a great episode, and enjoy. Catch Mastodon on tour and get their new album. Whew. Hey everybody, this is Charlie. I'm here, of course, with Brent from Mastodon, and we're going to talk a little bit about coffee and why we love it so much. Okay, here we go. So, when was the first time that you can remember that you had your first taste of coffee?
Man, I used to go to work with my dad when I was a kid, and I was like 5 or 6 years old, and they would make the coffee at his work real early, you know, and they would put the powdered cream in there. And that's what really got me on. I mean, that powdered cream. I became addicted to this stuff. You know, like even like put my, like that. So that was first memory right there.
Sugar or just straight?
I really like that. I mean, at first I didn't even know about sugar. I was so young. I didn't even know what the sugar what was that. What I could see as a kid, it was turning a different color. The science of it made me super like, oh, what's that? I gotta have that. So that was my attraction at the time. We're talking about total adolescent.
This is what I'm talking about. So when did you become like, wow, I love coffee, but I don't love the coffee the way I used to love it. Now I like to taste different blends from here, or
That I gotta be honest with you. I had that little experience when I was a kid, and then many years went by where I was just a vagabond nomad, and I didn't care too much about coffee. But when I started getting back into myself, I was like in my mid-20s, and started hanging out with the Mastodon guys, kind of starting that band up and stuff. And that's when you're on the road in a van, and you pull over, or you got to drive a 5-hour stint that night after the show. You need some coffee.
Right.
And all we knew about coffee back then was the coffee that's in the world, man.
Right.
The 7-Eleven, the quick trip coffee. And I gotta be honest with you, the only time I knew about this all this like boutique type coffees was about maybe like 4 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, I'm new to this game, and I didn't have the palate for it back then at all. I didn't have any sleep. I was drunk all the time, and I was smoking weed when I wasn't drunk. So
coffee was
it was just first, but it wasn't. Well, it was a staple of my diet. I woke up every morning and I had coffee from wherever.
Okay, so that's what I mean.
And I made it the way I wanted to, however. But I do interviews back then and say, hey, what are you drinking? But I drink coffee, water, beer. That's it, in that order.
I love it. So, are you an iced coffee guy?
Man, I'm an opportunist.
So you'll try.
I will do anything once. If it hurts, I'll stop immediately.
Well, I noticed you tried.
Save for a caterpillar.
You tried that coffee, the chocolate.
That was pretty good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I have never had better coffee than in Italy.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Agree with you.
I don't know what they did to it.
It's the
but
culture.
They gave it to me in the right way. I was in the right time. I don't know. But see, all the best coffees in the world, Java. I was in a wetsuit surfing. I'm like, how's the coffee? That's not that good, right? It's hot. You got to be in the right surroundings, the right settings.
Yeah,
aesthetics has a lot to do with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's the moment. But that's my thing. Like, for instance, Randy Lambergott, I asked him, what's your coffee experience? And his experience is getting up in the morning, grinding the beans, and getting your aroma in the house.
Love it. Well, I do the same thing.
So that's what I mean. What's your morning at home?
I don't really do it. My wife does it, but I used to do activities. I'm an action figure fan. You know what I mean? I love to get out of bed and fucking do pull-ups, push-ups, and have a beer and a joint, and then grind coffee beans.
And then grind the coffee.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
pets are everywhere. It's a fucking magical time of the day, man. Right when you wake up in the morning and you're the person that you love more than anything in the world is sitting across from you. You're grinding coffee, and there's like cats and dogs, and the sun's. It's amazing.
So that's your experience.
That's what the mornings. I don't, you know, I'm one of those guys that looks so forward to waking up in the morning. Sometimes I don't even sleep.
I love that. That's awesome.
I'll have the adrenaline a lot of time from the show too, and I won't be able to sleep anyway. So I just look forward to the morning.
Yeah.
Just regardless.
I look forward to the mornings too. That first taste of it.
Yeah, a new day dawning, all that.
New
This
day
is fucking
rising.
like poetry in motion. You know?
Coffee is, you know, it's my thing. It's what I look forward to.
Also, a lot of pairings with coffee. You know, after aperitif coffee.
Correct.
You know, have a nice steak dinner. You know, you want a nice rich cappuccino after that. Or espresso. Get it just, you know, kind of get working, get the things working on it.
I remember back in the days when people used to fill their thermos up. Remember? It was a coffee.
Oh man, I mean, I was born in '74. You're probably born in what,
so-
70.
I wish I was born in 1970.
Wait, you're one of these ageless Italian guys. What's the coffee? When were you born?
65.
Look at the 23.
Jesus.
Look at, doesn't he?
This is the best
He
coffee.
does look, for your age, you look amazing.
It's all the coffee that's in me.
You think so?
No, I love this. But I want to thank you for doing this. This is one of the best ones that I've ever done. Because you just talk and it's just, it was great. You know? So, all right.
Glad I could help you guys.
All right, this has been Charlie and Brent, and we've been talking about coffee. And please go see Mastodon on tour. Don't you have a new record now?
It come out September 22nd. It's called Cold Dark Place.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for doing this.